Hello. Happy Tuesday. So, for my lunch today, I haven't eaten anything today, just had a protein drink. So, I saw this amazing father-son on IG Reels, and they made like this very crispy red cabbage, red bell pepper, rotisserie chicken, just a really good salad. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add quinoa to it, and I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I make my quinoa. It just works for me and it tastes really good. So here we go. Okay, so first we're gonna go ahead and boil 2 cups of water. What I do is I add a little bit of olive oil. And then my go-to for flavor is chicken bouillon. I'm gonna go with half a tablespoon. Go ahead and just mix that around. And then once it comes to a boil, we will add our quinoa. We're gonna go ahead and add 1 cup of quinoa. Quick side note, it's gonna be on high boil, and once that's done, before you put the lid on, you're gonna stir it around, and then you're going to put it at medium-low heat for 25 minutes. I just used any lid I could find. It needs to steam in there for a little bit. It usually takes about 20 to 25 minutes for it to steam, and then it turns out absolutely perfect. Look at that. Oh, I love it. And it tastes so good, full of flavor. So let's go ahead and make the salad. The recipe calls for about 2 garlic cloves. I did about 4 or 5 because of what I was going to make for dinner that night, so I might as well just get it out of the way. I love garlic, like absolutely love garlic. So I tend to use probably more than I should, but who cares? It's good for you anyways, right? Okay, let's make the dressing. I used low sodium soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame oil, and fresh garlic. And I used probably about 2 tablespoons of, I think it's called kewpie. It's the Asian mayo. I didn't measure this. I kind of do everything by eye. So I want to say about a tablespoon of rice wine vinegar, maybe 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon of the sesame oil, and then about 2 cloves of garlic, fresh garlic. Once you put the mayo in there, then you're going to go ahead and whisk it around for a few minutes until it becomes this amazing creamy sauce. You can also use coconut amino in place of the soy sauce. I usually prefer that, but I ran out of my favorite brand, so soy sauce it is. Once it's nice and creamy, I went ahead and added fresh ground black pepper. Mix it around for a little bit, and now we're going to get ready to make the slaw. Next, we are going to go ahead and shred some carrots. I only used 1 carrot for this recipe. I guess it just depends on how many people you're making the recipe for. This served 2 people. We're going to go ahead and speed that up just a little bit because it took me a while to do this without making my knuckles bleed. So just be careful because those little graters are way sharp. Tap it a little to get the excess carrots, and look, voila. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the cilantro. Chop that up a little bit. Kind of like a handful. We're gonna chop it up. And then once we are done chopping that up, we're going to go next to the green onions because, I mean, why not, right? I just used about 3 sticks of green onions, chopped off the tip, and then we go ahead and just chop that up a little bit. Let's speed it up a little without cutting my fingers. Felt like a pro here for a minute until I didn't. Okay, after that, we're gonna set that aside and we're gonna go ahead and start chopping up that purple cabbage. Let's get ready. We're gonna go ahead and chop this up. I think I used about half. My OCD had me chopping this way. So once we were done with that, we go ahead and add it into the bowl of the dressing that we made earlier. Make sure you separate it as much as you can. And then you go ahead and add the carrots, the green onions, the cilantro. Mix it all in together with that tasty dressing. We're gonna go ahead and set that aside. Now it's time to cut the bell peppers. We're gonna do 1 red bell pepper and then a orange one, I believe I set aside for this one. There goes my OCD because I like everything to be even. I can't have an even bite unless everything is cut evenly. Call it what you want. It's just how I am. Go ahead and add that to the salad. I didn't use the entire red bell pepper, and I'm pretty sure I did the same thing for the orange one. I did speed this up a little bit, so don't think that I can chop it that fast because I'm not there yet. We're going to go ahead and cut probably about half, a quarter of the red onion. We're going to chop that up. Make sure that they're pretty thin as well. Let's go ahead and finish up this red onion so we can add it to the bowl with all the other ingredients. I ended up not using the orange bell pepper, which is fine. Now we're going to go ahead and add 1/4 cup of quinoa that I made earlier, and I showed you guys that recipe in the beginning of this video. I added that to the mixture with everything else. Then we're going to grab our already made rotisserie chicken from Costco, and we're going to take just the breast part. Okay, and clearly you can see that I'm trying to do this one-handed, which is kind of working out for me, but we're going to go ahead and take some of that chicken and shred it and add it to the bowl. Then we're going to squeeze a little bit of lemon, half of a lemon. And we are going to start mixing everything together. Oh my gosh, doesn't that look so colorful and pretty? I love when my food is colorful. So we're going to go ahead and try to evenly spread that out. Look at that. I'm going to try to do a close-up. I think the camera did not want to focus on it itself. It was stuck on that orange bell pepper in the back. But you get the point. This turned out amazing. Now let's go ahead and give it a taste test, because is it really that amazing if you haven't tasted it? Okay. Let's get ready. Oh my God, I'm excited. Okay, so here goes my taste test. Definitely a winner.